Hello and welcome to day one of the Ultimate Lead Page Challenge, where I'm going to be talking with you today about creating a maximum magnet, and that is a lead magnet that will draw your ideal clients and have them excited to hand over their name and email address in order to get whatever you are offering, which will allow you to have high conversions on your lead pages. So, it is all about attracting new customers into our sales funnels so that we can grow our list, get new clients, and make more money in our businesses. Now, I am a person who is very much aware of time constraints and know that you guys don't have all afternoon to be sitting on here listening to me go on and on about things and all this fluff. I am about facts and getting you information and knowledge so that you can take action. And so I just want to take a few moments to introduce myself, and then we're going to jump right in and we're going to cover a lot of information about lead magnets and creating that maximum magnet that's ideal for you and your clients. So first of all, my name is Sherry Anderson, and I am a business growth consultant, and I started my own business approximately 2 years ago. Previous to that, I spent about the last 10 plus years working for my husband as he is a corporate business consultant. So it's a little bit different than what I do because he's more in the corporate world and I am in the online world. So, corporate is a little intense, and here in the online world, things aren't as intense, but there's still planning and organizing and structure that has to go on in your business in order to grow. So that's what I help my clients do. And I'm an online marketing and sales funnel expert, and I have a bachelor's degree in marketing. So I graduated from college with a marketing degree. I've always loved marketing, and it's always been a passion of mine. So then also, I am a certified client acquisition specialist. So I did go back and get certified when I started my business to learn how to attract your ideal clients online. So I went and got certified and learned how to do more of the online marketing so that I could share that information with my clients. And finally, I am the founder of Unique to You Marketing. And on a more personal note, I am a wife and mother of 6 between the ages of almost 14 and 1, and I homeschool. So as a busy mom and as a busy business owner, automation and delegation and outsourcing in my business is super important. And that's basically what I teach my clients to do. And that's where this whole lead page challenge came from, because it's really the first step in automating your business and being able to start growing your business where you don't have to be so hands-on and involved in your business each and every day. So that is just a little bit about me, and I want to go ahead and jump right in and start talking about what you will be learning in this presentation today. The first thing I want to be sharing with you is how to create the best lead magnet for your sales funnel. Then I'm going to talk about the various types of lead magnets that you can build and which one might be right for you at this point in time in your business and for your ideal client. And we're going to talk about the crucial relationship between your lead magnet and your ideal client. You cannot get away from this no matter what. You have to make sure that you know your ideal client inside and out so that you're creating a lead magnet that draws the right person to you, which then will go through a nurturing sequence and then become a client eventually. But we want to make sure that we're attracting the right people and creating lead pages that convert at a high rate with your ideal clients. So it's all about attracting those ideal clients to you. So what is a maximum magnet? It's a lead magnet that converts at a maximum level because it is relevant to your ideal client. It's what they need or want or need help with, and it solves a problem. It's packaged in a manner your ideal client will respond to, and it solves a problem your ideal client is experiencing right now, or it helps them to achieve a goal. So basically, you want to make sure that when you're offering and creating this lead magnet, that it's addressing a known problem that they have and that they're looking for a solution. So you wanted to make it super simple for them to say, I want to know the answer to that, and then provide them with that lead magnet so they'll give you that name and email address so that you can then continue to build that relationship with them. Now, there are a few different types of lead magnets, and in my opinion, there really are 3 standard lead magnet levels. So a level 1 lead magnets, they're the most basic lead magnets and can be consumed instantly. It's a no-brainer. It's super easy for people to opt in. They can get them and look at them and see what they say and apply it like within a matter of minutes. So examples of level 1 lead magnets are checklists, toolkits, a template, a calendar, a plan, a script, a report. Anything that is, 1 or 2 pages long, very simple, but very informative, that they can take and then implement right away. Or they can do a checklist and go through and make sure that they're matching up and haven't forgotten anything. Just simple things, a marketing calendar to make sure you know when to post on social media, or some other type of plan or structure organized, like a template for a sales funnel. Anything that was simple that you can put together that people want, that you can share with them, that really shows you in a good light. Now, a level 2 lead magnets, they're more involved and usually require some interaction on the part of the person who is opting in. So for example, that would be an email course or a quiz or a survey or a poll or a mobile app, some type of action on their part. Once they get it, they need to do something to learn more and to interact with this with the lead magnet. Now, the final type of lead magnet are the most advanced and generally involve you making some form of contact with your lead. Now, this would be you actually getting involved and being there with them as they're consuming the lead magnet. So whether that's a webinar or a masterclass, a video training, a free coaching or discovery call, or even this challenge, these are level 3 magnets that are very interactive and require time on your part as a business owner. Now, some of these level 3 lead magnets can be turned into level 2 with an evergreen and with automation, but they more than likely will start out as a level 3 lead magnet where you are really involved in the communication and in the building of this a magnet in this interaction. So these are really some of the best lead magnets that I know of that work and get results. I also have a go-to blog that has 101 lead magnets that I'm going to put down in the replay, on the replay page of this masterclass today. I'm going to put a link down in the replay page so that you can have that 101, I forget what the title is, but it's 101 lead magnet ideas for every stage of your sales funnel or something like that. So you can download that and be able to look at that. It's one of the things that I printed out. I use it. It helps get the creative juices flowing when I feel like I don't know what I want to create for my ideal clients. So, who is your maximum magnet for? It's for your ideal client. It's the individual who would benefit best from the product or service which you will be offering at the end of your funnel. And for maximum results, your lead magnet should be related to the action you want your ideal client to take at the end of your funnel. Because here's the thing, I'm a big picture type of person, and I mean, yes, you want to grow your email list, but the thing is, you always want to grow your email list with a final end game in mind. And that end game is to either sell a product, a service, something that you want to sell at the end to these people. So you want to make sure that you're attracting the right people to you that you want to work with. And that's why you really need to make sure that you identify this ideal client that is going to be drawn to you to get them into your funnel, to then walk them through a sequence, to then turn them into clients in the end and after all. And so here is basically an outline of how a sales funnel would look. And as you can see, the lead page and lead magnet are right there in the middle of your sales funnel. Because the first thing that you have to have in your sales funnel is that you have to have your offering. You have to know what you're trying to sell. If you're just trying to gather a bunch of emails, you're going to have a nice email list, but are they going to be able to purchase from you? And are they people that will want to purchase what you have to offer? So I always recommend that you know what you're going to be selling before you start trying to attract people with lead magnets and lead pages, because you want to attract a certain ideal client so that they will hopefully turn into a client. You also want to make sure that you have your branding and marketing together. You want to make sure that you know how you're going to draw leads into your lead page so that they can convert and opt in. If you don't have a plan for getting people to your lead page, you can have the most beautiful lead page in the world and the best lead magnet in the world, but if you aren't able to get your ideal clients even there to look at it, it's not going to do you much good in your business. So you need to have a plan in place to get that lead generation working once you have your lead page created. Then once you have your lead page and your lead magnet, you then have your email sequence that you create, followed by a purchase page, and eventually that new client. So that is a high-level sales funnel. And so what you're going to learn about me very, very quickly is that I am a big picture type of person. I have a really hard time focusing on one small little aspect of a sales funnel because I see the whole thing and I know none of it's going to work unless you have all of these pieces. And so that's why if you've been in my Facebook group at all, that you would see that I had been talking about branding and marketing all last week, because I felt like I'm going to have people coming into this lead page challenge and they're not going to have their branding and marketing together or their offers together. They aren't going to know who their ideal clients are. And I want you guys to be successful. I want you to create amazing lead pages and amazing lead magnets that attract those ideal clients and start building those email lists that'll eventually turn them into clients for you. So, like I said, I am a big picture person. I just wanted to lay this out here for you guys so you can understand what you need to be focused on and everything that you need to have in order to be successful as a business owner online and creating and adding automation into your business. Now, the benefits of a maximum magnet. It is one of the best ways to acquire new leads. It showcases the quality of your work, and it provides insight to your philosophy and expertise. And finally, it allows you to establish a preliminary match with your lead. And by doing all of this is giving you the opportunity to really stand out as that expert, to put your best foot forward. And this is really your introduction to these potential clients. So you want to put your best foot forward. You want to give them something that is so valuable that they're not going to believe that it's free. You want to give them everything that you possibly can that solves their biggest problem. And don't worry about giving them too much, because here's the thing. I have this whole philosophy of reciprocity, because the more you give to your ideal clients, the more they will want to work with you and want to buy from you. So I always say freely give and freely share your expertise, because it will come back to you, and people always feel like their situation is unique and they want that one-on-one attention, or they want that support in whatever they're going through. So always be willing to put out your best information and lead with quality content that really shows your expertise and shows that this is what your ideal client, and they're going to recognize and be drawn to you. Now, The importance of making a match. The most effective sales process is illustrated by a series of steps which ends with your ideal client concluding that you are their ideal provider. And the best way to facilitate this process is by ensuring you are a match beginning with your lead magnet. Now, I'm going to share a story with you of a woman that I know who had created a lead magnet, and she had her ideal client identified, and she created this lead magnet thinking that she was going to attract this ideal client into her sales funnel. And she created this lead magnet, and she created this amazing lead page, and it was all looking good, and she created a Facebook ad, and she started running these ads, and she went to bed one evening, she woke up the next morning, and she had like 100 emails on her list. And now her ideal client was a coach, a consultant, information expert, someone who created their own products or services to sell. And she got up and she had like 100 or plus emails of people who had signed up to get her lead magnet. And she was super, super excited. I mean, who wouldn't be excited to wake up and have like 100 new emails on their email list, right? Well, she got to looking at these people who had opted in to her lead magnet. And what she began to realize very, very quickly was that a lot of these people were multi-level marketers, which were not her ideal client. And so there was some place in this process where that looking for that match, that ideal client had gotten off, and she was starting to attract the wrong types of people who would never buy any of her products or services. So it doesn't matter if you have a huge email list of people, if they're not your ideal clients who aren't going to want to buy what you have to sell at the end of the day. So we always want to make sure that we're making that match and drawing and getting our messaging correctly so that we're getting those ideal clients to the lead page. Because if you get those ideal clients to the lead page, those are the ones that are going to convert and opt in and then go through the whole process and most likely become your client in the end. So the question is, how do you create a maximum magnet? Well, the first thing is you're going to need to determine the lead magnet you should use. So like I said, you want to pick a lead magnet that would be appealing to your ideal client. How much time do they have to spend? What is their biggest problem? How can you solve that problem? Is it with the checklist? Is it with a toolkit? Is it with a webinar? I would recommend that for the sake of this challenge, that if you're trying to get a lead magnet created and a lead page created by the end of this week, I would recommend you go with a level 1 lead magnet because it's so much easier because you can really, 1 or 2 pages, you probably already have something created or something that you can pull from existing content or from your business that you can make a lead magnet very, very quickly. So you want to use that and to build your lead magnet. Now the second thing is that you want to identify the tools and technologies that you will need. Now for a level 1 lead magnet, you're just going to need like Microsoft Word or Excel and make a PDF or whatever. That's pretty simple. As you get into like the level 2 and the level 3, you might need like lead quizzes to create a quiz, or you might need SurveyMonkey or something to create surveys or something to create polls. Now with webinars, GoToWebinar or Zoom, or there's so many different options out there, but you want to make sure that you identify what tools and technologies you're going to need to help support you with your lead magnet. And if you have any questions about technologies that you want to use for your lead magnet, feel free to reach out and ask me. I have a lot of different technologies that I can recommend to you for different types of lead magnets that I know work really, really well. And the next thing you need to do when you're creating your maximum lead magnet is you need to determine the experts that you will need. You may need a graphic designer or a copywriter or someone to help you. Because you don't want to put stuff out there into the world that's not your best effort. And you can get by without having the graphic designer or copywriter. I'm not saying you have to go out there and invest in those things, but if you want to and you feel like you need to do that because you feel like that's not in your level of expertise, you can always reach out to me and I can refer people. I have people in my network that I can definitely refer to you to get you the help that you need. But I know that you've opted into this Ultimate Lead Page Challenge because I know that you're capable of doing it on your own, and you can do this, and I know you'll turn up some amazing results with your lead pages. So, but if you do, let me know, and I can refer you to people to help you out. And the last thing you need to do is you just need to go to work, and you need to start creating this lead magnet and creating the contents of it. Like I said, just get in there and start building it. You should really be able to create something within a matter of a few hours or a day or maybe 2 at the very most. You don't want to be spending a ton of time creating lead magnets because you're always going to be creating lead magnets and switching them out in your business. So you don't want to be spending a lot of time creating the lead magnets. So here's what you've learned today. You've learned how to create the best lead magnet for your sales funnel, the various types of lead magnets that you can build and use to attract those ideal clients, and the crucial relationship between your lead magnet and your ideal client. Like I said, I can't stress this enough. You always have to start your whole lead magnet, lead page process with your ideal client in mind. And with that product or service at the end of the funnel that you eventually want to sell to someone, you want to always have that in mind so that you're building a straight line for them to just opt in and get to know you and build that trust and then eventually become your client or customer. That is the goal. So I want to thank you guys for joining me today for this quick presentation. Like I said, I'm not going to delay and just talk and talk and talk. And I want to remind you that tomorrow we're going to be talking about hot headlines. Now, this is what as you're building your lead magnets, you want to start thinking of all the hot headlines that you can call the title of your lead magnet, because that's what's going to get your ideal client's attention. And that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow, because without a hot headline, no one will ever get further and get into your lead magnet and download it to see what it is. It has to catch their eye. It has to catch their attention. And that's what gets people to convert on your lead page. So if you want a high converting lead page, you first of all have to have a good lead magnet that your ideal client wants. And secondly, you have to have a hot headline to get their attention. So we're going to talk all about hot headlines tomorrow and give you some examples and share with you everything that I know about hot headlines so that you can take your lead magnet to the next level and build it out as high and as far as you can. And we will be live for those of you who are actually going through this Ultimate Lead Page Challenge live. It'll be at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And for those of you that are going through this on a replay, you'll be getting the replay in your email tomorrow if you're going through on the replay. Otherwise, you've already got the link to register. You've already registered, and you'll get the opportunity to be on here tomorrow to get all of your questions answered. So I thank you for joining me today. I hope you've had a great day, and start building that lead magnet so that we can start getting those titles together tomorrow. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out, email me, contact me, and let me know what your questions are so that we can make sure that you're building the right lead magnet for your ideal clients. If you have any questions about your ideal clients, reach out to me. I can help you make sure that you have identified those ideal clients to get the best results for your lead page. So I hope you have a great afternoon, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.